This is an older round. This is even older than I thought it would be. This is one of my first Top Gun rounds with the Panzer III 4. This was, I believe, my fourth or fifth one. I've had many more since then. This is pretty fun. I mean, this is also where I met my friend Soldiers of American. You guys probably don't know who he is. He's just a friend of mine. I World of Tanks with occasionally. He saw what I did here, and he was obviously impressed because we teamed up in a platoon and busted some more hits. It was pretty fun. And actually, I didn't expect this round to be very good because if you look at my strategies, I don't usually go through the forest. I should have always gone to the left, all the way on the left on the hill. I've since altered my strategy, but sometimes here, I mean, under the right conditions, the forest strategy works with the Panzer III. And yes, it just hit a BT-7 while moving. I love Smooth Ride and Snapshot. It's a must-have. I mean, this is before they were at very high skill levels, but they were getting there. I love how I can actually keep up with the BT-7. He's not completely burning past me. And this is come back to bite him. Safe. So like with 3-4, speed is something that you can use both offensively and defensively. Obviously what I did there, I used it defensively. I stayed right on that BT-7, I just kept firing 75s up his butt. He didn't like that very much. I can't blame him. Likewise, if things aren't going well in a particular area, like let's say this flank here has a mouse come out of nowhere, or an E-50 come, and obviously I wouldn't be able to take him. I could just run away. 3-4, it's a must. Another good setup besides smooth ride, you always have that. You can also get the off-road driving, additional grousers, that really helps. I mean, this thing definitely picks up and goes when you ask it to. I mean, it is incredible. It's a nice tank. I used to not like this tank, but man, it was. I love it now. It's right up there with the Panther and the Panzer III. Oh, here we go. This is back before the Panzer IV had the Schmalzer removed, and you know this. Gas tank. Good old T-14. T-14 isn't that hard. I mean, it's got a fair amount of health, so you do need to hit him a lot of times, but he's far from it. So the turret, that doesn't really work. It's too hard to hit now. Bottom of the hull. Oh, yeah. Gas tanks. I love it. Gas tanks. It uses a petrol engine, just like my tank, so it'll burn really well.
That one didn't go through.
I don't usually aim for the rear plate, mainly because it's got a slope to it. Not a big one, but enough to sometimes shot bounce. So, just treat it as if it's a KV-1, except noticeably faster and noticeably less powerful in the firepower category. Because that's really what it is, the T-14. It's got a 720 horsepower engine. I mean, you can't even get that in some tanks until tier 6 or 7. And it's a tier 5 heavy. It's pretty interesting. I mean, it's got good acceleration. You know, armor's okay as long as they shoot your front, but the side, just like the KV-1, it's got gas tanks to shoot for those. I guarantee you'll kill them fast with the 75 L48. Oh yeah, and this was before this had the accuracy and I believe the penetration increase with version 8.0. So I was working with a little bit less than, and also this is back when the game sweat. It's what someone called primitive physics. And you know, I thought that as well when I first started playing the game. I used to think, oh, this is such a crude Russian tank killing game. Why am I not surprised? But it's kind of fun. I mean, I got used to it. It's weird now going back to areas where you got stuck in your tank and being able to drive over them. That freaks me out every time I do it. That's why I'm playing around with the new physics as much as I can. I mean, oh, what do we got here? Speaking of playing around, yeah, that's an M41 or M12 who didn't turn his guns on. I don't know why he wouldn't. I'm right near him at least. Try and go tank destroy mode on me. I mean, is that so wrong? I don't know why he can't hit that SU-26. Probably because the shape of its turret is so narrow and square. I don't know why. I can never hit the turret on that thing well. I just ram it. That's really fun. Or shooting it and then ram it. But where I shoot it, I make sure to get it in the side or rear hull. You know, as you can see here, I'm taking a lot of hits. And you also may notice that we're just barely winning. Now, if I wasn't in this game and I didn't get the 4 or 5 kills that we'd have, we'd be losing by a big margin. You know, I can't believe our artillery's still alive. That's a martyr, too. I don't usually stop and aim down the sight, but this guy, I know I could get away with it, because this guy could not aim and save his life.
Enemy vehicle knocked out.
Come on. I'm not even moving anywhere. I mean, literally, his shots were flying harmlessly over my turret. Pathetic. Now, obviously, I die. I think there was some. It wasn't a martyr too. It was probably a Hetzer or something that was camping, and I unfortunately died. I couldn't have seen him, but he obviously saw me reversing and smashing through the buildings. And that being said, this was still a very productive round. I got 6 kills, enough for Top Gun, and of those kills, I earned them. I did the most damage, and I earned those kills. I didn't steal people's kills. So this was not a bad round. This was not a bad early round at all. I mean, it's just fun to look back on World of Tanks battles and see how much you've accomplished and how far you've come as a player. It's a lot of fun. I'd recommend doing it sometime. Thanks for watching.